Hey there fellas, this is Jacob with BleepinJeep.com. Today I have a quick PSA or public service announcement regarding local four-wheel drive clubs and their significance to the off-roading and outdoorsman lifestyle. In an attempt to keep you relatively entertained, I threw in some sneak peeks of a couple of my club's local properties we have exclusive access to. First and foremost, Jeep clubs allow you to safely and legally perform off-highway activities. Oftentimes, your local clubs will have access to private land or normally restricted areas exclusive to the club and its members only. By off-roading in an approved location, you're able to maximize the fun and potential of the property, as well as dissipate stereotypes of the off-road community as destructive and obnoxious. Obviously, land use legislation can vary from state to state, but in many cases, the availability of land involving anything off-road is limited. Private, state, and federal ordinance often make it difficult to hit up your favorite wheeling spot, and although it can be infuriating, it's incredibly important to respect your boundaries. Many times areas may be off limit because of wildlife preservation, power lines, construction, things like that. And whether or not you agree with it, it is very important to follow these rules because it only takes a few of us to damage some trees, red out some trails, and give our entire hobby a bad name. By being part of a Jeep club, not only do you have access to tons of off-roading possibility, but you also have a voice in your local land use legislation. I know that doesn't really sound as fun as spinning tires on like your favorite rock face, but by being an active member and advocating for the hobby, you can work towards reopening that favorite place of yours that maybe got closed down, or raising enough money to buy that sweet property that was just out of your club's price range. As far as actually being a member of a four-wheel drive club, it's usually a simple process of applying online or via email. A ton of local clubs have tents at events around town, rallies, mud bogs, things like that, where you can speak with members and even get an in that way too. Remember, we're all on the same team here, so even if you're not the most social, you still have more in common than you think. From there, it usually just involves attending a couple wheeling events, work, volunteering, being an active, helpful member. Four-wheel drive club members not only get the great benefit of great off-roading adventures, but you never need a mechanic again because you'll always have friends that can help you fix stuff. Parts from other members will be readily available, and they'll usually give them up for like a six-pack. On the trail, someone will always have a winch, or that one socket you need, or the spare tire that you happen to forget. There's a ton of possibility for tons of fun with great people. That being said, you are representing your club now, so think carefully about a spontaneous wheeling adventure on an unknown property, because if you get caught and fined, you could be kicked out of the club, and even worse, ruin the good name we've worked so hard for. Pretty much every state has some sort of established club, but there are many regional groups that encompass a group of states as well. The one thing they all mostly have in common is the focus on tread lightly principles and giving back to the land. Tread Lightly is an organization which focuses on treating wilderness with the utmost care and to be as mindful as possible when participating in our hobby. Plants get run over, branches get snapped, soil gets turned, that's undeniable, but making as little impact as possible is the overall goal. Leave with more trash than what you came in with, avoid river crossing, spin tires as little as possible, things like that. Tread Lightly is a nationwide organization that is very worth getting involved in. Being a member of your local club shows that you support these principles and simply want to wheel and have fun, all while being conscious of your surroundings. A simple search on Google can get you a ton of results for local clubs near you. I'll post a link to a decent list of state four-wheel drive clubs throughout the US, as well as a link to the Tread Lightly website. But that's all I have for you guys today. Be sure to subscribe to the BleepinJeep channel and visit patreon.com/BleepinJeep and become a patron of the channel. Give this video a thumbs up and make sure you congratulate Matt on 100,000 subscribers. Leave any questions or comments below and I'll catch you guys in the next video.